Now coming to the next part, page number 32, first aid for burns. In case of burn due to heat, you should do any of the 3 points. If the burn is small, the skin becomes red and no blisters are formed. In such cases, wash or put the burned area under running cold water for some time to cool the skin and apply antiseptic cream over the burned area. If the burn from blisters on the skin, never prick them. Place a clean cloth over the burned area to protect it from flies or dust. To prevent infection, apply a piece of cloth dipped in paste of baking soda and water on the burned area. If burns are severe, take the casualty to the doctor immediately and give him lot of water to drink. B. In case of chemical burn, wash the burnt area with plenty of water till the pain is relieved and the chemical washed off. Cover the area with clean, dry dressing and take the casualty to the doctor with complete information about the chemical. First aid for wounds. Wounds are caused when sharp instruments like knife, scissors, blades, etc. are handled carelessly. One can also get injured and wounded while playing. If the wound is minor, treatment of minor wounds such as cuts, deep scratches does not require a doctor. You can treat minor wounds yourself in the following way. First, clean your hands with soap and water before treating. Wash the wound with water. Clean the wound with a mild antiseptic solution such as Dettol to carefully remove minute dust particles from it. If there is bleeding, apply ice on the wound to stop it. Apply an antiseptic cream over the wound, cover it with gauze and tie a bandage. If the wound is deep and there is a heavy bleeding, follow the given steps. Try to stop the bleeding by tying a tight bandage above the wound. Clean the wound and cover it with a piece of cloth. Rush the casualty to the doctor as the wound may require stitches or an injection may need to be given to prevent tetanus. What is tetanus? Tetanus, also known as lockjaw, is a serious but preventable disease that affects body's muscles and nerves. The germs of the disease enter the body through open wounds. First aid for animal bites. The bites of animals like dogs, cats, monkeys, etc. can cause the dangerous disease called rabies. You need to take the following steps in case of animal bite. Number 1. Wash the bitten area with running water to wash off the saliva carrying the germs of rabies. Number 2. Apply an antiseptic cream over the bitten area and rush the victim to the doctor for further treatment. Rabies is a brain disease caused by the rabies virus. It is a fatal condition caused as a result of being bitten by an infected animal, usually stray animals. The disease-causing virus spreads through the animal saliva after the animal bite. Vaccination against rabies helps to fight the disease. Insect stings. Insects like bees and wasps can sting a person. This can be very painful and serious. Take the following steps in case of insect stings. Remove the sting by scraping the skin surrounding the stinger. Until the stinger is removed, wash the sting area thoroughly. Apply baking soda on the sting area in case of bee bite, and vinegar or lemon juice for wasp bite. Snake bites. The bites of poisonous snakes can cause death. Therefore, a person bitten by a snake needs immediate attention and treatment. The poison injected by the snake rapidly travels through the blood and affects his heart and nervous system. Follow the given steps in case of snake bite. Tie a cloth tightly above the wounds to slow down the spread of poison by reducing the flow of blood. Immediately rush the casualty to the nearest hospital. First aid for sprains and fractures. One may sprain an ankle or wrist or fracture a bone due to a bad fall or other reason. In such cases, follow the steps given below. For fracture. What is fracture? A crack or break in a bone is called fracture. Care must be taken not to move the fractured part, as it may lead to dislocation of bone and severe pain. If an arm is broken, follow the given steps. Tie a splint above and below the fracture. The splint should be tied with a bandage or piece of cloth at 2-3 places to prevent movement of the broken bone and prevent further dislocation. The fractured arm can further be supported by a sling, a piece of cloth tied around the neck to support the broken arm. Finally, the patient should be taken to the hospital for further treatment. If a splint is not available, then you can place a piece of cardboard, newspapers, ruler or stick for the same purpose. A leg is broken, then call for an ambulance immediately. What is first aid? It is the first or immediate help that is given to the casualty before visiting the doctor or to a hospital. Blister. These are the swellings on the skin filled with water. They are usually developed after severe burns. Fracture. It is the crack or break in a bone. In the case of gas leakage, Open the windows and make sure that no electrical equipment is being operated. Never light a matchsticks if you suspect a gas leak. In case of fires in buildings, immediately inform the nearest fire station. Never use water to put out the fire that is caused by leakage of electricity or burning petrol and kerosene. In the case of an accident, immediately give suitable first aid to the injured person.